Isekai is good, but it can always be better with some sweet, sweet romance. But how can we take it to the next level? By making the girl obsessed with the guy, of course. So in today's video, here's our pick for the top 10 Isekai romance anime where the girl is obsessed with the guy. Number 10, Endo and Kobayashi live together. The latest on tsundere villainess Lisolette.
そう、じゃあ私が君に着てもらいたいドレスにしよう。やはり金色は入れたいな。私の瞳と君の髪の色だから。髪が乱れますのでおやめください。
Kicking off our top 10 is an anime with the dreaded long title syndrome. We all know how the villainous animes roll. A girl gets reincarnated into her favorite otame game and becomes the villainess. So now she has to survive, but not this one. What happens is that when the two friends are playing the game, the characters start hearing their voices. They are literally worshipped as gods and do their best not to let the villainess die.
君は私のことを買いかぶりすぎなんだよ。
The concept alone for this show is very unique and adds a really good twist to the genre. What's even better is that not only are the game characters in love, but the two players are secretly falling for each other too. That's two birds in one stone. Although there are some inconsistencies with the animation, it was balanced out by the amazing cast. Number 9, How a Realist Hero Rebuilt a Kingdom.
いや、すまない。一人にしてくれって言ったはずだ。
そんな風になってる相馬を放っておけるわけないでしょ。失礼します。
Speaking of unique twists, How a Realist Hero Rebuilt a Kingdom may be even better. Our boy Kazuya was isekai'd into another world where he became the king when the previous ruler became a wuss and handed him the crown. He married the princess and started his journey to turn a sorry excuse for a kingdom into a superpower. Does he do that with powers? No, he does it with administration and good politics.
なんだよ。
他人の赤ちゃんもいいけど、自分の子供だともっと可愛いでしょうね。
ああ、そうだな。
だったら、今夜から励んでみる。
Yep, the hero doesn't actually have any powers. He's just a plain old civil servant who uses his knowledge of the modern world to rebuild the kingdom he was transported to. Kazuya and the princess's love story may not be the highlight of the show, but it's a cute thing that adds some spice to this series. And if you're into RPG games, the entire cast literally looks like a party from World of Warcraft. Number 8, I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss.
君を泣かせたいという気持ちに変わりはないんだが、たまにドロドロに甘やかして君をダメにしてしまいたくなる。何か僕にできることはないか?
Here we are with another villainous anime, and somehow I can't get tired of it. No, the final boss isn't actually a dog, so hold your horses, furry fans. Literally. Eileen only recently found out she has been reincarnated into this game, and to survive, she knew there was only one way: to try to get the Demon King to fall for her.
最善の策かと思いまして。
君は誰かに歌詞を作られるのが苦手なようだ。
クロード様こそなぜお願いをあっさり受けてくださるのです？
Again, this is another unique take on the genre. Instead of letting the prince or the hero fall for her, she instead chooses the Demon King. There's a lot of comedy, and even though the art isn't all that great, which anime in this genre is known for, it still does the job. You'll definitely get hooked on the heroine and her personality, so give it a watch. Number 7, the world's strongest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat.
変な匂いしません？そうね、何かしら。
何?
This show practically has the entire plot on the title at this point. So how does the strongest assassin get reincarnated? Well, he was given a mission by the goddess to assassinate a hero in another world after he died when he was betrayed by his allies. There, he becomes an assassin aristocrat. Yep, you heard me right. He trains from childhood so that one day he can overpower the hero, and he isn't the only one who was sent there.
専属使用人ですから、そういうお世話もします。イルガ兄さん。
はい。
口では妹と言っていても、体は正直ね。
One key reason why this show is on this list is because of the harem. I have to admit that every girl that was introduced so far has a lot of potential. Not only that, the animation is actually pretty good, and the mystery that's mixed in with the plot makes it even more interesting to watch. Number 6, Full Dive.
嘘じゃない。昔からずっと好きだったんだ。お前の全部が好きなんだ。アリシアがいないと生きていられない。結婚して俺の味噌汁になってくれ。
What is up with anime in this genre? Let's just call this one Full Dive because 10 plus words come right after it. It's all about our boy Yuki, who buys a game called Kawami Quest, which is a hyper-realistic VR MMO because a girl asked him to. But the twist, ladies and gentlemen, is that this game is crappier than the life he's already living, and he still plays it. What a true gamer.
いやいや、感謝なんかいらないっすよ。その代わり、小指くらいなら切り取ってもいいっすか？
いいわけないだろ。
You don't have to take this show seriously because it doesn't even take itself seriously. The things that happen in this anime are full-on ridiculous, to the point where you'll just have to shut your brain so you can enjoy it, and that's a good thing. It's a fun and entertaining series that's like Sword Art Online from Wish.com. Number 5, My One-Hit Kill Sister.
マヤお姉ちゃん大好き。ついに私の愛が弟に通じたのか。私も大好きだぞ、朝日。
Do you remember the mom with the 2-hit multi-target attacks? Now get ready for My One-Hit Kill Sister. Despite its title making it look like one of those typical trashy isekai anime, it's actually quite good. Our boy Ashi was transported to a fantasy world, but just like Kazuma from Konosuba, he's just an average dude. Weird thing is, his sister's the overpowered one, and together they try to defeat the Demon King and his army.
さあ、兄弟で禁断の扉を開いちゃおう。
These siblings are close. Sometimes a bit too close, if you know what I mean, and she definitely has a brother complex. There's a bit of ecchi and fan service, so you degenerates finally have something to look forward to. Overall, it's a pretty good series that has humor, action, and even a harem. Just give it a chance, and who knows, maybe you'll watch the entire season. Number 4, Trapped in a Dating Sim.
リオンさん、心配してくれてありがとうございます。
相変わらず眩しいけど。
Just like DJ Khaled always said,
Another one.
this is another otame game anime that has a long title, but the twist here is that the main character is a guy. He's been reincarnated into his favorite game as a simple mob after he played himself to total exhaustion. Just like other otame games, he tries to survive and not die because of the plot.
変じゃないですか？こういうの着慣れてなくて。
いや、完璧に似合ってるよ。
So what makes this one stand out from the rest? Our boy is absolutely hilarious. He may even have severe back pain from carrying the entire show. Trapped in a Dating Sim does the same thing every other anime in this genre has, but it does it 10 times more ridiculous. It's so over the top that you have mechas in what's supposed to be a dating simulator. It's like the writers just said yes to every idea that made it look cool, which in my opinion worked. Number 3, Life with an Ordinary Guy Who Reincarnated into a Total Fantasy Knockout.
ジングジー。買って。
調子に乗る方が悪い。
Have you ever thought about falling in love with your bro best friend? Our boy, or should I say girl, Tachibana, was a 30-year-old salaryman who wished to be a pretty girl when he was drunk. Then, with his best friend, they were transported to another world and his wish came true. Weird thing is, both of them started falling for each other. That's right, you've never heard about a concept like this one.
付き合ってるよ、俺たち。
は？
そうだよな。付き合ってるよな。
Well, how do I put this? It's actually pretty entertaining. The comedy hits the spot even though it's a cringe fest. Shockingly, the characters have good development and the animation is actually decent. You can even compare it to the god of parodies, Konosuba. And come on, give it a try. You just don't tell your homies you watch it because you might get some sus looks. Number 2, Chronicles of an Aristocrat Reborn in Another World.
ちょっとカイ様、よろしいですか？ずいぶんと仲がおよろしそうですが、これはお話が必要かしら。 カイン君はそこで正座して待っててね。
星座
We have another anime with an aristocrat MC, and can you believe it? Both of them have white hair, but he's just not as badass as the first one. Still, Kazuya was reincarnated because he was stabbed while saving 2 girls. He does get rewarded though, as the gods give him overpowered abilities, and we always know what happens next. He gets a harem.
ではぴったり横で寝かせてください。私たちがいると眠れませんか？
わかりました。3人で寝ましょう。
Not gonna lie, he does have some of those chaotic isekai tropes, but other than that, it has some solid foundations. The soundtrack, art, and characters are done well, and you'll enjoy how overpowered the MC really is. You'll have your doubts, but don't let others determine what you think about a show. If you're a true fan of isekai, you will surely like the series. Number 1, Mushoku Tensei.
体温が下がると人は死ぬんですから。
死んじゃうね。このままだと自分じゃ脱げないんだ。
And at the top of our list is the godfathers of all isekai, and started every trope known in the genre, Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei is old, but it was only just recently animated. It follows our boy Rudis, who was a NEET and got reincarnated into a fantasy world. There, he restarts his life from baby to adult and tries not to make the same mistakes all over again while fighting the most terrifying individuals the realm has to offer.
ルディはたまに下品になるから子供の数は何人がいいなんて聞いてくるかもしれない。そしたら僕も下品になってルディったら僕に何人産ませたいのなんて。
Mushoku Tensei is by far the best isekai in my opinion. The world building is on point, the plot may be a bit weird at the beginning, but it gets super deep as the episodes go by, and the character development is straight up amazing. The animation is also something to look out for, and it can be funny as well. That's why it's our number 1 pick in the top 10 isekai romance anime where the girl is obsessed with the guy.